Just like with Grabber in the previous video, I'm going to start this one by showing Maku Dan's victory animation. I keep doing that by mistake. Resume. That's not exactly how that's supposed to go. Okay, she's on a pedestal this time. I'm surprised she's standing on top of that without falling out. I almost want to wait and see if she does fall off of it. But yeah, this is just another reason to like Maku as a character. It's extra funny when she hops like this on top of your corpse for maximum disrespect. And the awesome face on the screen, of course. So yeah. I was too good before to show that. Onward to Contraband Tech. This should be the, like I said, the last video in this series. I'm pretty sure I can do all three of these in a reasonable amount of time. I think in any game I really like it when levels have continuity, even if it's a linear stage-based game. Helps make things feel less artificial, I suppose. But since I started, what do I have? Huh. I can't help but wonder if the game saves, like, either the last run you had entering a level, or maybe the best run that had the most ammo, but I'm not sure how that would work. I think I want to take out this guy ahead of time if possible. He does have a double rifle. Yeah, take that. I really love this build up to the new enemy here. Them giving you a bunch of weapons is a bit concerning as well. And we have the suspense music. I forget what this track is called exactly, but the suspenseful track from right before fighting. Actually, did it play right before Maku as well? I forgot. It definitely played before Grabber, though. And much the same here. I wanna... And I'll use an SMG just so I don't beat this thing too quickly. This is a stalker. They're one of the scariest enemies in the game for sure. They mess around with the physics. They have that explosive projectile, which I think does 2 damage. They'll pick up any nearby object to throw at you. They climb the environment fairly intelligently. That was not the best way to deal with that. Thankfully, this stalker's not finished. As you can see, it's missing its hind legs. But of course, this makes you think, what is the completed stalker gonna be like? There's its hind legs. Kinda wanna get a good look at the schematic in the background, though. Maybe you can't make out that much detail anyway. There is the faction logo again. Maybe the schematic if you look at it closely, and there isn't not rubble, but garbage in front of it. And maybe you can see foreshadowing for what the stalker is eventually gonna do. There were times where I forgot about this guard. This guard I think only appears on high difficulty. Well, soldier, not guard. And I would leave the stalker fight with low life, and then this guy would just finish me off because I forget that he's there. Stalkers definitely feel like mini bosses. Worth noting in Intrusion 1 there was a boss very similar to the Stalker in terms of a quadrupedal robot, but it looked like a bleached white skeleton rather than the animal design of the Stalker. Alright, I forgot how awesome this level is. This is gonna be nothing but... how do I... Maybe I'll just blow this guy up. Yeah, that works. I really like this environmental detail. These are the batteries of the mechs. And look! An unmanned mech in a charging station. Yep. And the screen does say disconnected after you move away. When you're piloting this thing, space bar swings the sword with default controls. This is basically an SMG. I think it has slightly higher fire rate though. And that blue bar... Uh-oh. Already being quite careless. And yeah, the sword can reach through even walls you can't shoot through or pass through like that. Solid surfaces. Which is kind of ridiculous, but it's very powerful. You have a decent jump with this booster, but that blue meter, normally your walking speed is very slow with this thing, right? Unfortunately, there are no 3D effects on turning around here. You just sort of flip instantly, but that's fine. If you hold down, you can use the blue meter to move much faster. Although it's fairly limited, and I think you do use a bit of meter when you jump, but oh no, it doesn't stop you from jumping if it's too low. Now I think here you're supposed to get out of the mech and jump onto this crate, but it's absolutely possible to walk up here with it. And there is no way to heal a mech. You can't pick up healing items with it. But at least you're invulnerable to damage. So this is actually comparable to the Metal Slug, unlike the wolves. Another great thing about the mech is, much like the first mech we saw, we can just safely swim around and the fish won't bother us. And you can even jump out of the water with the mech. I don't think I'm going to keep this thing for very long the way I'm playing. And now we have a mirror match. The sword is very powerful, by the way, and it's kind of like the wolf's melee attack in that it can hit a very wide area. Enemies with multiple parts will take a lot of damage because you're hitting all of those parts at once. Oh! Oh no, what have I done? Well, at least that guy died to it. That's amazing. This is what I meant when I was talking about the charm of this game. I wrote a Steam review at one point. Not sure if it's too good, but I felt what I said at the time. Yeah, that does reach low enough to get that guy. Yeah, get down there. Oh, come on. I'm trying to be cautious, but it's not really working, is it? Oh. I think it got stuck on the mech's torso. Or the mech got stuck on its torso. Oh no. And now I can demonstrate the power of the sword. Tripods are nothing now. This is a common place to lose the mech. Double blasters and SMGs, that's... Or double rifles. Double blaster, that would be fun, maybe. Although maybe it would be a bit much. Maybe its effect would be rather narrow. It's kind of a weird scripted bit where this rifle mech fires missiles at a very fast rate. The way the platform is shaking. You can tell how heavy a mech is. If I want to keep this mech, I really need to back off. Okay, there we go. I guess they don't shoot if you're not close enough. Never paid too much attention to that. Because I was expecting that rifle mech to shoot at me at any moment. One fun thing about these mechs is you can use them as platforms. It doesn't really come into play much, if at all. Oh right, that was, there was gaps in the boards, meaning that crate doesn't contain anything. Oh, that's... I think there's a little bit of storytelling with those shipping containers. It seems like the enemy faction is planning some kind of invasion. And they're gonna ship mechs and troops like that. Not sure how effective that would be, but maybe I'm overthinking it. This would be a good time to get out. Much like the wolf, remember that you're more agile and you're a much smaller target when out of the mech. I forget if the mech can be destroyed when you're not piloting it. Maybe it can. Oh, here's another weird new enemy. A weather balloon of death. The main threat of this thing is that its flamethrower swings around very violently as you shoot it. And it can shred your life since you have no iframes. I think each flame particle deals 1 damage. Ugh. It gives me Team Fortress 2 pyro flashbacks. I was never a spy main, thankfully, so the trauma was limited. I think for the heck of it, I'll try and keep that. Oh, no. Stalker round 2. Now it has all of its limbs. Oh my god, I'm actually using the grenade launcher well. This should be powerful, but oh. Here's what I didn't show in the first fight. Don't use grenade launchers at point blank. Clearly I haven't played much Demo Man either. Yeah, a stalker can grab you as long as it has any limbs, and it's also not gonna die until you destroy all of its limbs. I guess that makes it similar to the tripod in a way, but it's much more durable. It's a much bigger threat. I think you can shoot it in the face until it blows up completely, but the face has way more life than the limbs. Especially if you're using area of effect. Let me clear out the area a little before I bring the mech forward. Managed to shake his aim. And yeah, we're gonna have even more mechs. Actually, taking all of the mechs forward is a bit... It's going to slow down this video a lot. I'm not going to do that. I'll just explain that it's possible to bring up to 3 mechs to the end of this level. Because you see how there's 2 of them here? Let's see if I can do this. That soldier is... Oh, damn it. I missed. That soldier is scripted to man that sword mech. Oh, I couldn't duck because I was falling. Otherwise, I might have been able to dodge the sword. Oh well. Yeah, if you manage to hit him with a blaster twice, the first shot will knock him back slightly, the second shot will kill him, and you have 2 more mechs here instead of 1 more. And you can juggle piloting them and bringing them forward little by little. It's actually been ages since I've watched or played any Metal Slug, but I'm pretty sure that if you take the Metal Slug all the way to the end of a level, you get a score bonus. At least I remember something like that, and the same is true in this game. Again, if scoring was good, that would be nice. Give you a reason to be really good at using these mechs. I think I should probably... How do I go about this? I think I'll leave the mech here and get on top of this. There are 2 terminals I need to activate to lower the bridges. When the camera pans, oh, I forgot about you. When the camera pans, you don't lose control of your character, so you could drop down and go for this terminal again right away. Or for the other terminal right away. Saves a little bit of time, I suppose. Oh no. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I thought for sure I'd be able to... Well. Oh, right. Maybe I could push him forward a little with the blaster. Wait, you can damage the... Why? You otherwise can't damage the mech, but you can actually shoot at its missile launcher. I think I can still salvage this. Don't worry. Everything's under control. Alright. Lesson learned. Never put a mech there. In this case, spacebar fires missiles. It's pretty strong. And while you're in a rifle mech, its heavy rifle has infinite ammo. Needless to say, that's really good, because the heavy rifle's probably the most powerful weapon in the game in terms of just DPS. So this is the mech I'm going to try to keep to the end, just to show that off. I'm a bit better at dodging with mechs than I am normally. Tend to get swamped by enemies and projectiles. More physics nonsense, if I can. Well, not nonsense, it's actually really fun. Let's see if I can time this right now. Yeah. They were just SMG soldiers, though. But that guy has a grenade launcher. Oh yeah, the blast can actually hurt through the walls. Nice. Oh no, this tripod can really do crazy things with the physics here. Nope. This is not okay. But the missiles are almost as effective as the sword at killing tripods, so it's all good. This poor enemy. Just getting covered in robot remains. Those are some bad hits. No, due to the way these switches work, it's impossible to raise the bridge again and leave that area. Not that you would ever want to, it's just kind of funny. Okay, took too many hits there. Oh, I haven't seen these in a while. And again, there's a soldier on a vantage point to assist the turret wall. Oh, even the leaves of the trees trigger the missile to blow up. That's a little awkward. I think this is much like that other rifle mech that was on a watchtower with a bridge near the water. You just keep shooting missiles at an increased rate until you deal enough damage. What a conspicuous pile of rocks. Oh, I see why it's there. So the stalker can do stuff. I think I'll fight him without the mech. Okay, I love that leaving the mech on the tree makes the whole thing tilt in that direction. The physics have a lot of fun effects like that. Nope. That grab just means an unavoidable projectile attack. Sometimes, if the animation of the projectile during the grab gets far ahead enough, it'll fire as soon as you break free from the grab. So you have to dodge it right away. What was next? Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot. Okay, that was quick. I was worried I would have more failed recording sessions for the last parts of the game, but I guess not. I'm actually doing well. So next is basically the final level. Not counting the last boss, but... Yep. That is nice, both as an homage to Metal Slug and in general. When the battery sort of opens up. I guess the implication is that if you take a mech all the way to the end of a level, its battery depletes. Because it's done so much work. That's pretty nice. I'm not going to show the in-game achievements yet. I think I can do that right at the end. But yeah, there is an achievement for bringing each unique mech type to the end of the level it's in. Now this is where things are gonna get pretty serious. The hardest fights in the game. We're gonna see even more stalkers. I have no idea why this soldier is up here, by the way. I think he's high difficulty exclusive. Well, he messed me up. But there's nothing else here, it's just him. Oh yeah, the music is Let's Rock. The first boss theme is the final level theme as well. Probably just recycling it. I, for the longest time, had no idea that you could stand up here. It's kind of useful. Not incredibly useful, but... I sniped that guy. This level has a lot of platforms like this. I do like the cables attached to the platforms. They look kind of cool. Although, of all the ways to transport goods, hooking up a... I assume this is like a fuel tank to these? It's pretty weird. Like, surely there are better ways to get crates up here. I should really be using blaster and double rifle more, because I'm not even picking up double rifles. But yeah, every weapon you pick up gives you score. So I guess that encourages using a variety of weapons. Or really just... Ah! That was some fast mashing, but I felt it was necessary. This is the harpoon mech. It's probably the toughest mech in the game. How did that not hit me? I was in the hitbox there. Much like the stalker, it'll pick up objects and throw them at you, and it's just a big mess. You can tell if an object will damage you on contact if it has the trailing effect. Oh boy, I think it's blaster time. I need that life right now. Oh, if you're under this guy when he picks up that piece of the roof, that is a very wide hitbox potentially. That's the thing, them grabbing objects at different angles changes the effective hitbox of those objects. Oh, damn it. Oh well. I won't sweat it. It is pretty hard to dodge those mechs. It's not much time lost anyway. Wait, were there always two of you here? Ah, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wasn't expecting it to shoot out some flames in that direction. This time I'm beating both of those harpoon mechs with a double rifle. There's no point in showing any mercy. It's kind of effective to stay close, by the way, because they can potentially grab you. Not to mention the objects they grab. Trying to focus here. The objects they grab also act as shields, I'm sure you've noticed. Wait, did you not toss that? I thought the first tossing of the second roof piece was scripted, but I guess not. Because this guy just... oh, no. It's so hard to dodge thrown physics objects like this. It's unreal. Blaster is kind of a good idea. To pierce them. Yeah, these enemies are done messing around in any capacity. It's just... we're definitely in the end game now. No idea why I'm breaking that. Min-maxing score, despite everything I've said about score. What's wrong with me? I think I have a problem. I kind of ignored a new mechanic here, but I'll try to show it off in a very special way. This canister, it has this weird expanding adhesive substance in it. So when I blow it up, it's just going to spread out into a bunch of orbs that attach to any objects they touch. You can get stuck in it and it can be really bad, but you can destroy each individual part of the substance to break free. I'm gonna try to use it on a certain enemy here, because we have another stalker, this time with a bladed tail. I really love the progression of the stalker. It's one of my favorite things in the game. Oh no. Yikes! Yeah, that's the new move the tail gives it. I'm gonna damage the stalker a little, but I really wanna... I should probably try destroying the tail if I can. Good thing the tail doesn't do much damage. Okay, screw it. Here we go. Yes! And yeah, that's an achievement. Get a stalker stuck in that stuff. He broke free, though. Well, this is kind of a problem now. I'll try to destroy the stuff before I make my next move. Oh, that was bad. Those were bad angles. No matter. Oh, shit. I want to get grabbed in this situation. Not only because it stops the stalker from shooting me, but I can potentially... Like, sometimes it raises you up when it grabs you, and you can escape getting cornered like that. This fight is over. It's like, wow, 4 limbs, then a tail, what's next? That looks like a fairly complete version of the stalker, doesn't it? I believe there are warning signs on the supports that say, do not shoot. This is a really nice effect where you can see inside. I like that a lot. And you could send this rolling with you inside and possibly crush some soldiers if they move forward. Oh, I'm out of blaster. Huh? Oh well. Double rifle. We're at the end of the game. I should be using every weapon. No holding back. Don't be like those RPG players that hoard every item and accidentally do a challenge run. Because they're such kleptomaniacs. Oh, that soldier is scripted to destroy that canister. It's pretty nice. Though once you know, you're never gonna get caught in it. But if you're running forward, that can absolutely get you on your first playthrough. Okay, checkpoint. Now I'm not as worried. That death earlier does bug me a little. I'm trying to ignore it. The thing about the harpoon mechs I've noticed is that they kind of don't want to grab you that much. So if you stand in front of them, it's not a big deal. Oh, right. There's a rope if you destroy it while the hook is out. And in some cases, it can, like, hang down and let you get up there if you somehow kill the mech up there. There are a few other situations where the rope of the harpoon mech can actually let you take a little bit of a shortcut. Oh, God. Ah! Damn it. I think I became complacent after the first 2 episodes. Especially the second episode. After those scrapped recordings, and I actually managed to get a clean one where I handled everything very well. Starting this one, I just thought that nothing could possibly go wrong. You can see how dangerous double rifle soldiers are. Imagine if they hit you with like 3 consecutive shots. That's 2/3 of your life. No, do not pick up this log. Do not. Yeah, that's what you can do. Basically stop them from using their hook, and they end up being weaker than sword mechs. Oh. Yeah, get out of here. See that log? I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to see that log, actually. I guess it's good that you can. That's probably the biggest secret in the game. I'll show it off in a little bit. A little bit of physics nonsense with this log. Oh no. That's not okay. Still no blaster ammo. Good thing the fire can't burn this log. I guess that would be the next step of the physics chaos, is having interactions like that to make things even more chaotic. But keep going in that direction and you'll eventually end up with Noita. I like Noita, but maybe not every game needs to be quite like that. So if you jump from there, you can get to this tree. And if you jump from this specific part of the tree here, and jump the moment you touch that log, you can reach this area. The knockback does keep those at bay. Ta-da! If I was here for the first time, which I'm not, there would be an achievement pop up. This is the Relic. It's probably a reference to something, but I'm not sure. The red health is very useful. Ah. Well, I guess there's no way to jump back up there. Oh, I forget about that soldier. His jetpack is still on. Maybe its duration doesn't deplete while he's off screen. Oh, I guess this is a good example of what I was talking about, assuming this actually works. Nope. You can grab onto that rope in the right circumstances. I'm sure of it. Bit of dead air here, but I'm kind of spent on things to say until... Oh right, there was a switch up here. I forgot. Maybe I'll save the blaster for some more dangerous and well-positioned foes. I thought I got you. Okay, now I did. Be careful here, because if you fall, you'll have to do most of that walking again. Once again, some fun with... Ah. I messed that up. Fun with crushing soldiers, I was going to say. And yep, of course, we get to pilot this mech. It's incredibly powerful and fun. Holding down the mouse button will grab an object and hold it in front of you. I kind of wish I didn't pick this up the way I did. Oh well. Another thing you can do with propane tanks is if you grab them from... I should probably clean up the soldiers before explaining this. Yeah, you also can't drop through semi-solids when piloting a mech. Which is a little awkward, because now I have to go all the way to the right here, and then go under. Using objects as shields can let you keep this mech alive more than the others. Yeah, if you grab a propane tank from the back, like imagine that this is a propane tank right here. If you swing your sword, you'll damage the propane tank enough for it to spew flames. So now you have a makeshift flamethrower. I hope I can show that off later. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of weird to climb semi-solids like this. Sometimes it launches you to the top of them like that. Other times... That guy just got obliterated. Sometimes, like here, like you can swing yourself left and right a little. It's a bit awkward, but the real way to get up here is to point your cursor down and then press up. Until you learn that, moving around with this mech is really awkward. And you'll wonder how to reach areas like this, but that's how. You can also pull yourself forward with the hook. It's just amazing. Oh, and you can pick up anything with the hook, including healing and weapons. I can kill a soldier with this med pack. That is amazing irony. I love that. Oh no. So you can either be passive the way I am and use objects as shields, be cautious. Wider objects are much better shields, like this thing. Oh no. Apparently I killed someone with what I threw there. Ah, now here I can potentially make a flamethrower with this. Ah, that's perfect. Oh, get out of the way. I think this should work. Yeah. That's exactly right. This mech is just the best thing in the whole game. And at any point you can let go of the propane tank to trigger an explosion before it runs out of fuel. Like so. Incredible. I would say this is the point where I really fell in love with this game, because this is just so great. And while inside, you can swing your sword to break the other support, and now roll around in this hamster ball. Kill some soldiers, that's totally the intent there. This is just too much fun. This is an absolute power trip, and it's so great that you get to fight. Well, just like the previous mechs, you get to fight them before you get to pilot them. But this mech is particularly powerful and dangerous, and kind of annoying to fight sometimes. But piloting it yourself is just... get a taste of your own medicine, schmucks. And now we have the final form of the stalker. It has 3 missiles. And this is another amazing little hidden thing. I hope I can pull it off. Come on, shoot another missile at me. Oh no. Maybe I'll chop off your tail first. Oh, here we go. Grabbing a missile and shaking it gives you bonus points, an achievement, and a big explosion. That's another thing I really like. Like, in theory, that's awesome, and the final form of the stalker only uses 3 of those missiles, so it's not like you can farm it for points, unlike other things in the game. I'm not doing a great job here. I think maybe I want to preserve my harpoon mech, so I'm gonna do this. Saved by the watchtower. And again. Come on, grab me. Oh no. That was very dangerous. I'm being a bit reckless here. Oof. I think the tail must have slammed into objects repeatedly there, because that was a very loud sound. Okay. Sometimes you can grab the tail with your grappling hook. It's more of a grappling hook mech. I'm not sure why it's called the harpoon mech, but it works. I guess technically it is very similar to straight up harpoon. Yeah, sometimes when you grab the tail of a stalker, you can stop it from swinging it, and then you can swing your sword until you destroy it. And hell, if you're really aggressive and you grab hold of a stalker and just keep swinging your sword, eventually you'll kill it. Like I said, it's very effective to damage multi-segmented enemies like that. Oh no, a mirror match with these. Truly the greatest rival battle. In the 21st century. Wow. That can get really hairy, but there's all sorts of things you can do if the enemy harpoon mech is holding an object, you can grab onto the object as well, and the moment it tries to throw it, you'll just harmlessly reel it in. So it really is who is the better harpoon mech pilot. I want to irony this guy. I can't get sick of that, it's so stupid. Just to be even more disrespectful, you can use their rag dolls as weapons. It's kind of hard though. Their physics are a bit too chaotic to be able to... Wait, I should be using this. Come on, get down here, you coward. Then again, I'm a coward for not going up there. That would be another way to use the grappling hook. Oh, really? Well, this should work. Yeah. No grenades, please. That would deal a lot of damage if I let him hit me. Hopefully I can snipe him with this crate. There. Alright. This is not going too badly. Oh, this is an ambush, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it was an ambush. Yeah. Yeah, see? He can't throw this at me, because I also grabbed it. This should work, given enough time. You still have to dodge the sword, though. It's not foolproof. How do I approach this? I should probably try killing the soldiers with the sword. Yeah, that works. And... oh, that's bad. Well, I could just kill this guy with the sword as well. You know, at this rate, I should probably just jump out of the mech if I want to keep it. This is very messy. Okay. There. Much easier. The fact that you don't have any actual projectiles with that mech is a significant weakness of it. But it is otherwise the ultimate weapon. You can do so many things with it. It's the most powerful thing in a physics-based game. Takes as much advantage of the physics as it can. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the mech to here. I think I should have touched the checkpoint with the mech, because then I would respawn piloting the mech, I think. I seem to remember it working that way. Now, seeing people actually use the mech really well in a speed run, that would be awesome, because you can do all sorts of stuff. Oh, I guess the other thing about being able to grab healing items is you can send them forward for later. It's pretty risky to kill soldiers like that, because they can totally shoot you before you swing, but it mostly works out. Okay. If I remember correctly, up next is the hardest fight in the game that isn't a boss. I'm pretty sure the final boss is harder, but... Oh, it's definitely harder, actually, but... And this is much like that one tripod encounter where you can either go under or over. I think I'm gonna go under. 2 double rifle soldiers, that's just wonderful. 3 of them, at least that guy's weaker. Has lower tier armor, I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's grenade launcher time. You might be thinking, so what, it's just a stalker. What's the big deal? You've already beaten this guy before. It's 2 stalkers. Both of them have tails, one of them has missiles. Oh, Lord. You gotta sort of kite them around and make sure you don't get cornered, because they can kill you so fast. I always love it when a game introduces a powerful enemy and then it's like, go ahead, fight 2 of these. Devil May Cry 3 eventually does that with the first mini-boss, the Hell Vanguard. There's a secret mission where you have to fight 2 of them, as well as a bunch of spider queens. Oh, no. No, it's fine. It's fine. Come on, get over here. Oh, I didn't expect it to jump like that. And the random soldiers, if you're too focused on the stalkers... Oh, I did it! Okay. Never mind the deaths before. The fact that I did that fight without dying, I am happy. This is... You will see this on my channel. I mean, you're already seeing it if you're watching this. Might as well speak in, well, with the future in mind. I think there was something up here, but I don't... Oh, maybe I'm thinking of... Yeah, I was probably thinking of earlier in the level. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is something up here. And by something, I mean nothing. Really feels like there should be a crate up there. Yeah, the fact that you can just... Oh no. That was close. Oh wow. I'm pretty sure if I bring the mech over here... Yeah. It's easy enough to just get out of the mech so that you can keep it alive and only move it forward when you know it's safe. So that makes taking a mech to the end of a level not as interesting as it could have been. It's not that much of a challenge. You can just sort of cheese it. Okay. I'm a little nervous because what comes next is, oof. I beat the 2 stalkers, but we're not out of the woods yet. I can absolutely die here multiple times, but hopefully I won't. Yep. This is M.A.C.E. That's an abbreviation, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it means Massive Autonomous Conquest Engine, because that's quite apt. Though I'd love to hear any other take on what the abbreviation could mean. I think in Russian it's Bulava, though I don't really know what that means. Can't think of an abbreviation for it either. So that first bit with the laser eyes is just survival. Here you have to shoot the fingers to progress the fight. Oh, I'm already making mistakes. It's only 3 guns shooting projectiles in a straight line, but they do every possible variation. You gotta duck and jump while moving forward. Yeah. The laser eyes might be a bit confusing, but you can jump over them. A good way of thinking of it is the hitbox is only where they intersect the 2D plane you're walking on. Oh right, they pause in the middle this time. Oh, lucky. Right where this hand is, there's a crate. Sometimes it moves to the left, and sometimes it moves to the right. If it moves to the right, you won't get that healing I just picked up. Okay. Those are homing missiles. You have to destroy them or they will hit you in that tight space. Now you gotta run. This fight is ridiculous and I love it. Oh, and this is only the beginning. Yep. You gotta shoot his thumbs, because he's using his thumbs to grip this building really tightly. And he's trying to kill you with the physics. The ultimate threat. I like the detail of the windows shattering as he shoves his thumbs through them. One down. Oh. This is just so freaking cool. I can't think of any other game where this kind of Colossus boss picks up the building you're in and shakes it to kill you with an actual physics system. Oh, and the 2 times I shot M.A.C.E.'s right hand, I destroyed the cannons in his fingers. You can see that they're not glowing anymore. But the left hand's fingers are still glowing, so those are still operational. I like how casually I'm talking about a giant robot having actual finger guns as a weapon. Okay, now while he's destroying the other part of this building, his left hand's gonna start shooting right away. And now that you're not in a tight space, all 3 of the fingers will shoot at once. Really, if M.A.C.E. just wanted to kill you, he would just fire all 3 at the same time while you're in that tight space. There's nothing you'd be able to do about it. These homing missiles are a real problem here, because they can get knocked off course as you shoot them, which causes so much chaos. Oh no. Good thing I can take cover right there. Oh, good thing your hitbox becomes so small, my god. Oh, I'm out of double rifle. That's not good. Good thing they chain react and blow each other up. If they didn't, this would be so much harder. Oh, that was terrible, but the phase is over. I love ridiculous multi-stage boss fights with amazing set pieces. They're so fun. Look at the background. You can see the building falling. It's so good. This is where most of the fight happens. M.A.C.E.'s head has... oh no. That move only happens where there are too many physics objects on the platform. If you get caught in that, you're gonna fall into a pit and die instantly. Sometimes the physics objects will get in your way while he's cleaning them. And he dumps more shipping containers full of supplies and enemies. Oh god, this fight has everything. No. Okay. Oh no! I forgot about that. So many weird situations can crop up in this fight. It's just insane. Oh no. Sometimes you have to drop the gun and it gets knocked off the platform. That's really bad. Uh-oh. Yep. Laser eyes, he still has them. I think the particle effects on those are really cool. That's not too hard of a bullet pattern, but it might be a little intimidating if you don't play shmups. Double rifle's the way to go. And you get quite a lot of ammo for it from these crates. Look at that, 200 SMG and 300 double rifle. That's... yeah. They want you to go all out here. Oh no! There goes the heavy rifle. Oh boy. Oh no, I need to be careful here. So you need to raise one of these platforms in order to be able to avoid this. That is an EG reference. And so is this. This whole interlude is a big fat EG reference. And if you don't know EG, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. It's freeware. Just look up EG by Daniel Ramar. God, Daniel Ramar is so good. It warms my heart that various indie developers are inspired by his work. One of those missiles will blow up behind the platform. It's really bad. You can knock them off course, but they'll continue. They'll eventually turn and continue flying at the same angle. Uh-oh. Yep. It doesn't matter that I blow up his finger guns. He has more in those hands. Really cool 3D effects on his arms, by the way. Uh-oh. This is... during certain attacks, he takes his hands off of the switches so you can raise the platforms again. It can occasionally give you a bit of an edge, so just keep that in mind. To dodge that, you just move in a figure 8 pattern. If you don't have enough time to get out of the middle, jumping up through the lightning is not that bad. You'll only take 1 damage, and then you just need to land on top of one of his fists, and you'll be fine. I'm not fine. I'm panicking. This fight never gets old. Like, even when you know all his moves, the physics add so much to this. You can't memorize anything. You gotta adapt to all sorts of crazy stuff that's gonna happen. Again, and oh my god, I'm spent. He hasn't dropped a shipping container in a little. Now the second time he does this, the missiles are homing. Thankfully, a single blaster shot sends them back at him, which gives you a score bonus, and I think it does damage to him as well, I'm not sure. Most importantly, it gets rid of the homing missiles, which are an absolute menace otherwise. Yeah, that's not going to work too well. You don't want to know how much damage that laser does. It can hit you multiple times. I'll just use guns akimbo here. Yes, thank you. I need this. Oh my god, that's so good. That's not quite so good. Yeah, that electricity does a lot of damage. It instantly destroyed my missile launcher, but with any luck I can... oh well. I did get a little bit of damage in there. Wait, I blew up that crate. I have ammo again. Okay. I'm good. I'm fine. It's very hard to dodge some of these attacks with a mech, but it is possible, including this attack. Especially if you raise the platforms, you can absolutely keep a mech alive through this move and continuously shoot M.A.C.E in the face with... When the platforms are raised, it's very hard to dodge the lasers because you can't stand on his hands anymore. I do love the visible damage to his head. There's no life bar, so the tension remains very high. Oh no. Okay. It's all good. I think. Oh, and these interludes alternate, so now it's gonna be non-homing rockets. I was calling them missiles, but really, at this point, they're rockets. They're really big. Oh! I didn't let that rocket crash into another, so I had to actually dodge it. This isn't actually that scary, but so far I haven't died. Not to jinx myself, but that's why the tension is high. I really don't want to die in this fight. If I have a clean M.A.C.E fight, those 2 deaths are going to mean absolutely nothing to me. Okay, this again. That's fine. Oh, and every time he punches, he lowers these platforms. It's a very nice detail. You can actually misdirect his punches to keep the platforms up, which is a little bit of a strategy. Oh no. Okay. I should not underestimate the blaster. Yeah, see? 1 damage. I'm fine. It's all good. Oh, this pattern gets harder every phase transition. It's not really a phase transition. I think it happens after a certain amount of time, but as you damage him, that attack gets harder, I think. Oh no. Imagine dying to one of those at this point. Oh. Not good! His laser eyes also kind of get rid of the objects a lot of the time. Okay, okay. I think I'll use blaster. I'm full on blaster ammo, so I can one-shot these homing missiles. Really, the giant laser is only a problem if you don't know what to do to dodge it. But if you know that you just stand behind these platforms, it's pretty free. The only issue if there are physics objects getting in your way, then you can really struggle to dodge the laser. You can survive a hit from it, but you're gonna lose more than half of your life, so you gotta be in really good shape. Yes! Wait for it. Wait for it. That's not it. Yep. That is how you make a final boss die. Oh my god. And that's M.A.C.E.'s jaw, by the way. When his head exploded, it got lodged into the platform. And this is our way out. That's a pretty cool ship design. It looks straight out of some anime. Thank you so much for making this game, Alexei. You have my full support. Intrusion, right. I let a friend play this game, and that's what he decided to do. I think the leaderboards are down, though, which is part of the reason. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm very forgetful, by the way. I hope I haven't repeated myself at all. Yeah, part of the reason I didn't care is because there are no online leaderboards, nor any personal leaderboards, so I can't even compare scores unless I record them, which I guess I have here. And yeah, that was Intrusion 2. The achievement I got there was for beating the game on a high difficulty. First time doing that. Yeah, there's just nothing here. I can show all of these. Oh, if only I got a sword mech to the end, this would have been a fully completed playthrough. That, I have to say, M.A.C.E, just the spectacle, the variation on how each phase can play out, all of the attack patterns, just the design of this giant robot. That's probably my favorite Colossus boss in any game. Almost nothing compares. And even if it was a really well-designed boss with a ton of attack patterns, the fact that this game is based so heavily on its physics system still makes M.A.C.E stand out. Yeah, this is the Relic for that. Oh, there's also plumbing, which is to kill a soldier by landing on his head. Because if you... I think especially if you're carrying a heavy rifle, you have enough weight to be able to crush soldiers to death. I showed you how to do this. This is just a grind, but you can speed it up by pushing ragdolls into the water in Metal Complex. This is my favorite. I wish I landed it. If you shake the missile enough, and I like that the missile is a cylinder, it almost looks like a can of soda or something. The blast radius and damage, I think, increases, so you can hit all of the limbs and the tail, just every part of a stalker, and really speed up the process of killing it. You saw the smash bonus that pops up. I also drew attention to it. That's another grindy one, as is combustion. And yeah, complete the game on high difficulty. I think this has a pretty low completion rate. Probably because the game is obscure and people never bothered playing it again on high difficulty. Well, yeah, that's it. This whole playthrough was mostly for me to just try out commentary and this sort of let's play content. And I'm gonna think about what game I want to play next. I think it's gonna be something bigger than Intrusion 2 in terms of content. Maybe I'll gun for certain accomplishments in whatever game I choose to play next. I'm thinking of maybe resuming the Star of Providence challenge run, which is like the first video I uploaded. I think with commentary that could be very fun, and I have a lot to say about Star of Providence. It's one of my favorite indie games, specifically of the procedurally generated variety. I would go on, but I'll save it for a potential series on Star of Providence. That was Intrusion 2. Thank you for watching.